I'll tell you what, I'm going crazy just sitting inside the whole time and not being able to go somewhere on the weekends, losing my mind. I need to figure out a place to go for the future. Caribbean? Already did a bunch of them in there. Italy? Well, I don't really know about that right now. Oh, I got it. Let's go to Miami. South Beach, anyone? Every day like a Mardi Gras. Everybody party all day. No work, all play. Okay? Miami, the city that keeps the roof blazing. I'm Jacob Fisher, and I know what you're thinking. How are you going to spend 5 days in Miami for under $500 when a drink costs $20? I mean, right there, that would eat into your budget if you're drinking all night and day. It is Miami. Don't worry, I'll get there though. We'll break down the budget. As with all of my travel under $500 videos, I'm going to break it down into when to go, flights, hotels, food to eat, and activities you can do along the way. So stick around to find out how we're going to spend less in Miami. The off-season is also considered the rainy season in South Florida because it rains most afternoons there. Not the whole afternoon, but just for a little bit in the afternoon. When I was there in late May, every afternoon it would do a little thunderstorm. There would be a lot of water, but after that cleared, it was significantly nicer outside. The off-season dates there are late May to October-ish. Let's plan for 5 days at the end of May 24th to the 28th to be specific. 4 nights, 5 days. You can either fly into Fort Lauderdale Airport or Miami International. Both are very close to Miami, but obviously Miami International is significantly closer just because that's where it is. If you want to fly Southwest, then you need to fly into Fort Lauderdale because they don't service the Miami airport anymore. If you go to Fort Lauderdale, then it's either 5,200 points or $90 to fly with Southwest. Shockingly, it is cheaper to fly American into Miami. Also, Miami is an American hub. So, that being said, the one flight that's super cheap is a redeye, so we're not going to do that one. The other one is $120 or 25,000 points. It's also cheaper to fly United round trip to Fort Lauderdale, $59 or 10,000 round trip miles. Of course, you need to pay for your carry-on. United. American does give you one free carry-on. Both of them you will have to pay a check bag for. You could use a card to waive those fees or to reimburse you for paying those fees at least. Or if you're already a status holder with one of the airlines, generally they'll waive the fees for that. I think in this situation we're going to want to go to Miami because it's just going to be closer and we don't want to have to rent a car or take a really expensive Uber from Fort Lauderdale down to South Beach. For $121 we can get there at a reasonable time, not the red eye, and still have plenty of the day left. Getting from the airport to South Beach is $2.65 each way on the bus. That's super cheap and perfect for getting there. Moving on to hotels where we can stay in Miami. I know it's going to be, you're thinking expensive already because it's Miami. All along the beach, there are hotels for well over $100 a night. That is a good portion. The Confidant, which sounds like a very nice place, is only 15,000 points with Hyatt, despite the $165 price tag. You'd think it'd be way more points, or at least I would. I mean, there's a cheaper hotel that you can get for more points. What? In other news, hostels are very prevalent in Miami actually. The Miami Beach International Hostel is only $14 a night for a bed. That's only $56 for the entire 4-night stay. That's pretty good. What I think is important is to use either points for the hotel or for the airlines. So you kind of have to choose one, or you can do both if you have enough points on either one. But I know Chase doesn't transfer to American, so I personally don't have American points then, but I do have Chase points which transfer to Hyatt, which is perfect for this situation. I'm just going to take the flight out of the budget because I would be using points at Hyatt. However, if you have American points, take the hostel budget out. So using hotel points, we have $379 left. American points, we have $444. And none of the above, we have $323 left to go explore the town. Onto the food, budgetyourtrip.com, which is again a website I've used before and it's in all the other videos. It says you can do Miami food for about $15 a day. That's going to the grocery store to gather all your items, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and cooking or not cooking it to your specifications. That's $75 for the whole trip. $304 left for me, $369 left for American Airlines, and $248 for the rest. Let's talk about restaurants though on South Beach. There are plenty of them. You could eat at Versace's mansion because it's now a restaurant. Did that and it was really fun. It was worth it. You got to explore the mansion and you got to eat some pretty good food. Granted, it was a bit expensive. The menu I'll pop up here, but it's $29 per person at the minimum. If you pretty much choose an appetizer, entree, and dessert, and depending on what you choose, it might add to your price. In Miami Beach, you can walk along Ocean Drive and there are plenty of restaurants that will try to stop you and sell you on what they're serving. Now they'll offer a ton of deals, hopefully that you can take advantage on if you decide to go to the restaurant route. I'm thinking we do that because we have so much of our budget left. So let's say $60 to do that. Now we have $319, $384, and $263 left respectively. The last category and the one that will give you the best bang for your buck or the most fun for your adventure. You can hang out on the beach, you can explore the different markets, you can check out the Art Deco, which sounds like a pretty cool place to go, or head into Miami City for the nightlife. It just depends who you are, or if you even can get in to there for the nightlife. You can ride the bus or you can Uber if you want to. You do have a bunch of leftover cash. So bus ride, it's still $2.25, which seems like the better option. Maybe go on a bar tour if you're feeling extra fun. There are plenty of companies out there that offer maybe $20 for free drinks at bars. What we did one time in Miami was it was $20 per person and then you get 5 free drinks at 5 different bars. So that was well worth it, and you just walked each bar. Super fun, you got to explore different bars and see kind of what's going down there. Don't forget the tip though. You could also visit a rooftop bar. However, that's where the drinks are expensive. It was $16 for a beer, and I chose not to do that. What else can you do? You can check out the Bayside Marketplace or anything that Google might recommend. It has a great section on what you should look at. Maybe check out Key Biscayne, very close to Miami and a beautiful place to go. You can access it by bus. Again, there's a bus that goes there, and along the way you should stop at Virginia Key Beach Park. It's $5 per vehicle to enter. I don't know if walking in counts, but that would be a very cool place to go. Another sight to see. Either way, after all of this, we still have a decent amount of money left over, so let's get on to some bigger and better activities. Might go scuba diving. You can choose from a slew of courses offered by various companies around there. I found this one. All the courses are listed on the screen right now. It would just about take out the rest of your budget though, so I mean, if you don't want to use it all yet, then there's one other option, and it sounds really fun. It's called flyboarding, and it's $99. It's those weird things you see people whir about on like skateboards, but in the water. It's pretty cool. Finally, if you like fishing, then go on a little charter. Generally, charters are for a whole boat, so it's going to be really expensive unless you have multiple people to split it with. Then it gets much better, much more affordable. I would probably go flyboarding or water skiing, so I'm going to take both of them, which would take my trip total down to $119. Then minus fares from all the buses and stuff, I'm left with about $100 at the end of it. Apparently, Miami is not expensive, and I can't even spend the full budget there unless you do ridiculous things and pay for very expensive drinks. Even if you pay for the flight, hostel, and everything, and flyboarding and water skiing, you'd still be left with like $60, $50-$60. That's pretty good. I mean, really just doing a bit of digging can help you reduce your costs tremendously on vacations like this, which is what we're going to talk about continually in this channel. If you want to follow this whole series on travel for under $500 in 5 days, then subscribe to this channel because I'll be posting a new one every other week, or maybe every week, depending on if we can actually leave the house. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a little like, and if you want to offer suggestions or anything else, leave a little comment below and let me know what you thought of this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.